36-year-old Albert Thomas Manabusan Jr. was placed behind bars after he crashed his car into this 2010 police interceptor. GPD spokesperson Sergeant Mike Uggan says the police officer involved was patrolling the southbound lane of Marine Corps Drive near the Bank of Hawaii just after 1 o'clock this morning when he was hit.
He was struck from the rear from a 2003 PT Cruiser. As a result, as you can see, the vehicle behind us is totally lost. He collided with the vehicle and then spun around and struck a tree that was in the median lane. The PT Cruiser went on to turn to its side.
Witnesses say the PT Cruiser sped through the Chief Kapua intersection, slamming into the cop car. After colliding with the officer, Manabusan's vehicle flipped several times before landing several hundred feet away in front of the Chamorro village.
Do we know how fast the driver of the PT Cruiser was going?
No, we don't. That is still worked with the preliminary officers.
What about how intoxicated he was?
I did ask. He refused to take a breath test at the time, so we don't know what his BAC was at the time, but they did arrest him for DUI because they could smell an odor of alcohol emitting from his breath.
Southbound traffic was detoured through the Paseo Stadium for several hours as police investigated the crash scene. The police officer and Manabusan were both treated at the Guam Memorial Hospital for minor injuries. Sergeant Uggan says the preliminary investigation shows there is no reason to further investigate the officer involved.
The only time an investigation internally be involved if the officer is found in violation. He was not found in violation, so therefore there will be no internal investigation based on that.
As for Manabusan, he remains behind bars, facing charges of driving under the influence with injuries and reckless driving with injuries. Now, while the officer was not at fault for this crash, Uggan does note there are at least 11 other crashes involving police vehicles this year alone. Meantime, GPD's Highway Patrol continues its own investigation. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Nick Delgado.